Welcome to Money Smart, Life Rich. Ray Martinez here. Let's talk about a day when fortune didn't just smile, it exploded. Imagine waking up to a world that looks ordinary, but by the time the sun sets, everything you thought you knew about wealth has changed forever. This isn't just a story about getting lucky, it's about a seismic shift in the world of money, a day when the impossible became reality. Imagine opening your eyes in a luxury penthouse, stretching as the morning light pours in, and reaching for your phone, only to see numbers on your screen that don't even seem real. Not just a few extra zeros, but a leap so massive it feels like a glitch in the system. By sunset, you're not just richer. You're in a whole new league, not millions, billions, the kind of wealth that can change the course of history. But let's be clear, we're not talking about a lucky lottery ticket, a wild night in Vegas, or a spin of the roulette wheel. This isn't about chance, it's about a perfect storm of timing, strategy, and a little bit of market magic. This is a payday so massive, it shattered every record in the book. Newsrooms around the world scrambled to keep up, headlines blared, and financial anchors could barely contain their excitement as confetti rained down on the tickers. Wall Street veterans, people who've seen it all, were left speechless, jaws literally dropping as they watched the numbers climb. Traders who thought they'd seen every twist and turn in the market were suddenly witnessing history in real time. Picture your bank account numbers spinning upward, faster than you can count, by the billions, every hour. It's like watching a slot machine hit the jackpot, but the payout never stops. The numbers just keep climbing, rewriting what's possible with every tick. This wasn't just a good day, it was a historic, world-changing event. Crowds gathered outside the stock exchange, news reporters scrambled for interviews, and the world watched in awe as a new chapter in financial history was written. The kind of day that redefines what's possible in the world of money. Suddenly, dreams of super yachts, private jets, and billionaire mansions weren't just fantasies, they were reality, and the bar for success was raised higher than ever before. And speaking of headline-making paydays, let's talk about Donald Trump. On his best day, Trump reportedly made hundreds of millions of dollars. Some estimates say he earned over $400 million in a single day from real estate deals and business ventures. That kind of windfall, while rare, shows just how massive the stakes can be at the very top. Who pulled it off? How did it happen? And what does it mean for the rest of us? We'll dig into the details, the strategy, and the ripple effects that shook the entire financial world. This is more than a story about money. It's about vision, risk, and a little market madness. It's about seeing opportunities where others see chaos, and having the courage to make bold moves when the stakes are sky high. Sometimes you don't just aim for the stars, you build the rocket that takes you there, and bring back a mountain of cash. It's about ambition, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of something bigger than anyone thought possible. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the story of a record that may never be broken, a day when the money machine went wild, and the world watched in disbelief. So, who's the man behind this wild payday? Elon Musk. You've probably heard his name everywhere, on the news, in tech blogs, and even in pop culture. But who is he really? What makes him tick? And how did he become one of the most talked about figures of our time? You know the name, Tesla, SpaceX, the guy who wants to put us on Mars. But Musk is more than just a headline or a meme. He's the driving force behind some of the most ambitious projects humanity has ever seen. From revolutionizing electric vehicles to launching rockets into space, he's constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. He's not your typical billionaire. Unlike others who might play it safe, Musk is known for taking huge risks and living life on the edge. He's as comfortable at a black tie gala as he is in a factory, working alongside engineers and dreaming up the next big thing. He's an inventor, a showman, and sometimes a wild card. His public appearances are unpredictable, and his tweets can move markets. He's a master at capturing attention, but behind the showmanship is a relentless work ethic and a mind always racing with new ideas. Musk's journey started long before electric cars and rockets. Born in South Africa, he was a curious kid who loved reading and tinkering with computers. He moved to North America with big dreams and an even bigger drive to make a difference. He helped create PayPal, changing the way we move money online. But instead of cashing out and taking it easy, Musk bet everything he had on his next big ideas. Ideas that most people thought were impossible. Instead of retiring rich, he poured his fortune into electric cars and private rockets, ideas everyone said would fail. He risked it all, facing near bankruptcy more than once, but he never gave up on his vision. He's a risk taker, a dreamer, and he's always thinking bigger. For Musk, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. He's constantly asking, what's next? And then finding a way to make it happen. Whether you love him or think he's out there, you can't deny he's changed the game. He's sparked debates, inspired millions, and forced entire industries to rethink what's possible. Musk doesn't just play by the rules, he rewrites them. He challenges the status quo, breaks barriers, and isn't afraid to fail if it means moving forward. His story is about betting on yourself again and again. It's about resilience, grit, and the belief that one person really can change the world. He's not just building companies, he's building the future. From sustainable energy to interplanetary travel, Musk's vision stretches far beyond the present moment. And it's that relentless drive that set the stage for the biggest financial win in history. His bold moves have paid off in ways no one could have predicted. The man is never boring. Every day brings a new headline, a new challenge, and a new reason to watch what he'll do next. Let's see how he pulled off the impossible and why the world can't stop talking about Elon Musk. Let's get specific. October 25th, 2021. While most of us were slogging through a Monday, Elon Musk was making history. On that day, his net worth jumped by $36.2 billion. Yes, billion, in just 24 hours. That's more than the annual output of some countries. It's more than most corporations make in a year. The number is so huge, it almost doesn't feel real. This wasn't just a personal best, it was a world record. The largest single-day gain for any billionaire ever. Financial news couldn't stop talking about it. Analysts scrambled to explain how it happened. It was the business world's version of a miracle. Imagine your best day at work. Now multiply it by 1,000,000. Musk's wealth grew by about $1.5 billion every hour. That's $25 million a minute. It was a day that made him a financial phenomenon. So how did Musk pull off this mind-blowing payday? 2 words, Tesla and Hertz. Hertz, the rental car giant, announced it was buying 100,000 Tesla Model 3S. This was the biggest electric vehicle order ever. It wasn't just a sale, it was a massive vote of confidence in Tesla. The news hit Wall Street like a lightning bolt. Investors saw it as proof that electric cars had gone mainstream. Everyone wanted Tesla stock and the price soared. As Tesla's largest shareholder, Musk's net worth skyrocketed with every uptick. The Hertz deal was the spark. Investor excitement was the fuel. Musk's massive stake in Tesla turned a stock surge into a personal fortune. Every dollar the stock gained meant billions for him. It was a perfect storm. News, hype, and ownership. That's how one deal created the biggest one-day wealth explosion ever. Sometimes the right news at the right time changes everything. To truly understand Elon Musk, the man who would go on to change industries and challenge the impossible, you have to know where he started. His story begins far from Silicon Valley, in a place few would expect. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, Musk was a quiet, introspective child. He spent hours lost in science fiction novels, dreaming of distant worlds and future technologies. While other kids played outside, Elon was often found with his nose in a book or tinkering with early computers, fascinated by the endless possibilities they offered. By the age of 12, he had already taught himself to code. That year, he created and sold his very first video game, a simple space-themed adventure. It was a small victory, but for Musk, it was proof that he could build something from nothing, using only his mind and determination. Even as a boy, Musk dreamed of America, the legendary land of opportunity, where innovation thrived and big ideas could become reality. He saw it as the place where he could make his mark on the world. At 17, determined to chase his dreams, Musk left South Africa for Canada and later the United States. He hustled through odd jobs, cleaning boilers, shoveling dirt, anything to get by while attending college. Every step was a leap of faith, fueled by ambition and a relentless work ethic. Musk's first big breakthrough came with Zip2, an online city guide he built with his brother Kimball. They worked tirelessly, often late into the night, driven by the belief that the internet could revolutionize how people found information. They started with almost nothing, sleeping on the office floor, showering at the local YMCA, and living off cheap food. Every dollar was stretched, every setback met with stubborn resolve. Their persistence paid off. Compaq acquired Zip2 for over $300 million, instantly making Musk a multimillionaire. For most, that would have been enough, a ticket to comfort and security. But not for Musk. He wasn't interested in resting on his laurels. Instead, he saw new frontiers to conquer. He poured his winnings into X.com, a bold attempt to reinvent online banking. That venture would soon evolve into PayPal, forever changing the way money moves online. When eBay acquired PayPal, Musk walked away with a fortune. But instead of cashing out and disappearing, he doubled down on his biggest dreams. He bet nearly everything he had on 3 audacious ventures: SpaceX, Tesla, and Solar City. Each one aimed to solve problems most thought were unsolvable: space travel, sustainable transport, and clean energy. Musk risked it all: his fortune, his reputation, and his future again and again, driven by a vision of a better, more sustainable world and a future among the stars. That relentless drive, that refusal to accept limits, set the stage for his record-breaking day and the legacy he continues to build. Musk's story is one of pure grit, relentless risk-taking, and a vision so bold it changed the world. And it all started with a kid from Pretoria. Let's put $36.2 billion in perspective. If you made $1 million a year, it would take you 36,200 years to match Musk's one-day gain. That's longer than recorded history. It's more than the GDP of countries like Bolivia or Paraguay. He could fund NASA for over a year with a single day's earnings. It's more than the market value of companies like Ford. This wasn't just a big payday, it was a financial anomaly. Before this, a few billion in a day was huge. After Musk, the benchmark changed forever. It showed how fast and how big wealth can grow in today's markets. The greatest single leap in personal fortune ever. A new category of wealth was born. So what do you do after the biggest payday in history? If you're Musk, you don't slow down, you speed up. The money became fuel for even bigger ambitions. He doubled down on SpaceX, launching more satellites and chasing Mars. Tesla expanded, building new factories and pushing new tech. Then came the boldest move yet, buying Twitter for $44 billion. The payday gave him the firepower for one of the wildest corporate takeovers ever. For Musk, it wasn't about relaxing, it was about accelerating. The wealth fueled a web of futuristic projects, from tunnels to brain chips. That record day was just a pit stop on his journey. This wasn't just Musk's win, it sent shockwaves everywhere. The Hertz deal forced the entire auto industry to wake up. Suddenly, every car maker rushed to go electric. Billions poured into new EV models and battery factories. The deal legitimized electric cars worldwide. Tesla employees, many paid in stock, saw their fortunes rise too. It created a wave of new millionaires among regular workers. The event inspired a new generation of entrepreneurs. It proved that bold vision and relentless drive can change industries. One day, one deal, and the world shifted. The benchmark for what's possible was rewritten. So, what's the real lesson here? It's not about chasing billions. It's about dreaming big and risking it all for what you believe in. Musk didn't play it safe. He bet on ideas that sounded crazy. When people laughed, he doubled down. His story proves the biggest rewards come from carving your own path. We won't all build rocket companies, but we can all think bigger. What's your big dream? What's worth risking it all for? Every setback Musk faced was just a step toward success. That's the spirit we celebrate here. Bold thinking, relentless drive. If you love stories of wild success and big risks, stick around. We're here to inspire, to teach, and to help you find your own path. Success leaves clues. Let's find them together. Stay hungry, dream big, and see you next time. If you found this inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little motivation today. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to you.